the Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast.
You see what I did there?
Are you gonna start?
Oh, yeah.
Are you real right now?
The greatest general manager. Jesus. I'll allow it.
That's peon move.
Yep, I like wrestling.
Greetings from parts unknown. I am Kervin, aka KD Swagger, the co-founder of Yep, I Like Wrestling, and this is the Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast, episode 83. Now, this Saturday, May 25th, AEW Double or Nothing viewing party. Our viewing party will be held at Jack Dempsey's Bar. We also have NXT TakeOver 25 on June 1st. That's a Saturday at Jack Dempsey's Bar. And we also have a WWE Super Showdown viewing party Friday, June 7th at 2 p.m. at Jack Dempsey's Bar. And this is the Yep, I Like Wrestling podcast. And I am here with...
Oh my, that was a mouthful, Kevin. This is the greatest general manager in Yep, I Like Wrestling history.
Teddy, a mouthful? We're starting with this
all
early?
That was a lot, Kevin. My word. Who else do we have here?
The Brooklyn Wolf of Makeup. This is April. You heard?
April, what's good? Long time no
Goodness.
see.
Who else do we have at this table?
The incredible intern Nez, aka Guadalupe.
Whoa. We have an intern now?
Oh, yes, you two haven't met Nez. This is the co-founder of Yep. This is Kevin. Kevin, this is our intern.
Where was I during the interview process?
I don't know.
I'm not pouring you any water. Just let you know.
What? Where's your resume?
Yes.
I want to see your resume. The co-founder of Yep, I Like Wrestling has to interview you before you become an intern. I never knew we had an intern. What college are you from?
From parts unknown.
Parts
Unknown. Come on.
Unknown University. That's where he's from, Kevin. Yes, he does an okay job, but don't ever ask for water. You'll never get it. Don't ever ask for
You'll
it.
never get it.
So what's what interns are here for, man? Where's my donuts?
Oh.
Where's April's coffee?
I do love donuts.
Keeping a list.
Dunkin' Donuts or
Big
Krispy
list.
Kreme?
Any. That's my favorite donut. Any. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to cover. We had Money in the Bank. We had Monday Night Raw. And wait a minute. Something's missing. There's
that?
something less annoying about this. Oh, my Sonny isn't here. That's right. Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, does that mean we get no disclaimers?
Well, we have a co-creator here, so we may
You're here
still
like every
get-
10 episodes. You're kind of irrelevant. So no
He's like
disclaimers.
Jack Tunney. When he shows up, we've got to be on our best behavior when he's here. So we may get a disclaimer if he so chooses.
There are no disclaimers here.
Oh,
No
yes.
wonder I'm on this show.
Yes,
I was
yes.
wondering, like, why am I on this show when Sonny's usually on this show? My lawyers and Sonny, they really don't get along.
Sonny is lying on the beach of Guatemala. So good
Must
luck to you, sir.
be
Yes,
nice.
I know. Okay.
Smoking a Newport.
Oh, of course.
Drinking
So.
his honey.
Because Money in the Bank was, let's say, less than perfect, I just want us to go through our ups and downs. We're not going to go through the whole show because technically Sonny's not here, so Kevin and I are in charge. So we don't need to do the entire rundown. Just give me your highs and lows. Kevin, do you have a high and a low for Money in the Bank?
My high has to be Brock Lesnar winning the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh, my.
I didn't expect that. That came out of nowhere, and I like it when something does come out of nowhere.
Yes.
It just surprises everyone. It gets everyone talking. There's people that don't like Brock Lesnar having the Money in the Bank briefcase, and those are the same people that watched Raw the next night, and that's why it was done.
So was there a low? Was there a point where you just wanted to just go, oh, God, no? Oh, You don't need a low. If you like the show, just go ahead and say it.
No, I actually liked the show. I felt it was decent. I really did. I don't know. I would have to see half the card, half the matches, man. I mean, I didn't have to see Lucha House Party, the Cruiserweight title champ, that match. I didn't have to see that during the pay-per-view.
Body is amazing. Yes.
Hey, he's very athletic, but you could have had that in the
Tony
pre-show.
Tony Abs.
Tony
I was
Abs.
actually very surprised that was not in the kickoff very surprised.
Yes, that's
That
true.
just means 205 is actually coming up in the world.
It was probably because they want to put Tony Nese over. So there's more eyes on the actual show and not the kickoff show. That's probably why they did that.
Very true. Very true.
So, April, darling, what were your highs and lows of Money in the Bank?
You know, I gotta say, I really enjoyed Money in the Bank. There was a couple of lows. I mean, we got that another, Samosis Joe and Rey Mysterio match was on a little too short.
Samoa Joe,
I
he's
wanted to
as
see more out of that.
big as a duplex.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I'd love to.
Definitely one of the highs I got was Bailey. Bailey winning.
I know.
I'm very happy that she's
Surprising.
finally getting her push. I gotta say, Brock Lesnar, that was I want to say disappointing high, but
Yes.
you know what?
Like crystal meth.
It got the pop. It had the whole bar at Jack Dempsey's. They were crazy.
Yes, they
They
were.
were all there. It was completely crazy. I was annoyed. A lot of people died that match. I just want- There was just so many people that died. Finn, I hope you're okay because you weren't on SmackDown last night.
yes.
Oh, that was probably like the best spot
It
in
really
the whole
was.
pay-per-view when
April is
Andrade.
still in mourning. If you watched Unpopular Review, she was in full dark glasses and veil because her husband was killed on Money in the Bank. Yes.
Finn Balor's not my husband. He's my sexual partner.
Oh,
But
I apologize.
Whoa.
I apologize.
it still hurts.
Her side piece was killed.
I was feeling for you, Teddy, for Ricochet.
Yes, he's fine. He wasn't killed, but he was definitely maimed.
But his back was broken and not with you.
Well, yes, I know.
Rick-
But luckily, he's built to take a pounding, so
Yeah, he
yes, he was
is.
fine. He was fine.
And you were also on top of the bar at Jack Dempsey's half naked when Ricochet came out.
True. How was I as a viewing party host? How was I?
You were great. You were
Thank
great.
you.
I was impressed.
Thank you, sir. Thank
you were a
you.
great tag team partner to work
Oh,
with.
thank you, sir.
As well as David
Shout
Bell.
out to David, yes. So, Nez, high and low, please.
I gotta say, for me, the high was Rollins versus Styles.
Really?
The Lesnar was great, but Seth Rollins and AJ put them in a match together. It's gonna be beautiful.
That was a great match.
Okay.
My low is definitely Roman and Elias. 'Cause
You
fuck
just hate
Reigns.
Roman.
Fuck Roman
I
Reigns.
completely forgot they had a match.
I'd love to.
I completely forgot they had a match.
Guadalupe's going strong with that statement.
He had a heel turn last week, and that's your favorite term, heel turn. He actually officially turned heel last week, so we have a heel intern.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord,
Ooh, that
it's
sounds
not
fun.
good. It's not good for the office. Offices of Yep I Like Wrestling wouldn't like that.
It's best for
He's not even
business.
getting us our water, so
That's exactly what I was.
We're all dry. I've never been so dry. Yes.
I prefer my water to be filtered, by the way.
Oh, good stuff.
I drink a
3
gallon
ice
of day.
cubes.
3.
Sink water it is.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no.
Tap. Good
Tap,
old-fashioned
tap,
New
tap,
York
tap.
City
Tap, tap.
tap.
Tap water is good when it's filtered, man. I've been drinking it all my life and I've been healthy. Thank the Lord.
That.
All the parasites.
I would never drink the water in Newark, ever.
Oh, in New York,
That's a different story.
that's a totally different
Broken
story.
glass and dead rats in the water
Exactly.
in Newark. But I digress.
You poor thing.
So for me, the highs and lows, I have got to say, I was not expecting Brock Lesnar to come out. I was in the majority on that one. I was not expecting that music to hit. And shout out to Charmaine who called it. She walked up to me and she's like, Brock's going to be there. And I basically looked at her like, girl, please, I don't have time for this. She was right.
Yeah.
She was right. Also, shout out to my boy Jay Gavinci, who was at our viewing party, and he also said Brock Lesnar was going to come out. So Charmaine wasn't the only one. Those people are some smart people right there.
And while we're at it, thank you to all who do come out to our viewing parties. We greatly appreciate it. And those of you who come out to us and say hello and all that, and thank you. Thank you so much for coming and supporting Yep, I Like Wrestling. So, my high, of course, was one Charlotte Flair. Now, mind you, she did win her, 22nd title reign. I've lost count. But the thing that I popped for was after Becky and Lacey had their match, and Becky's walking groggily up the aisle, here comes Charlotte, and the look on her face is what killed it for me. She's like, oh no, bitch, we're doing this now.
Yep.
And she basically walked by her like, come on, bitch, let's go.
That was classic.
That to me, that
was
reaction.
great.
Yes.
And she didn't do her normal queenly walk. She sort of had this sort of swagger like, oh no, bitch, turn around. And Becky was like, oh, for real? That was the best part for me. Like, Charlotte just sold it. Like, no.
Yes.
Come on, Firecrotch. We're doing this.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
That was
That was-
definitely one of my favorite parts
Yeah.
of the show.
You know?
That was great. Even
So-
that women's match was great.
Oh, well, yeah.
I really
mean,
enjoy like Lacey Evans. I can't see her as a champion now.
Not
but
yet.
Future, if they keep building her up the right way, I'm here for it.
Not yet, but definitely, yeah.
probably-
She's a solid competitor. She's got some more learning to do. But I mean, when you have Becky and Charlotte, it really takes you to, like, Damn. To fuck that up, you have got to be like, I'm telling you, like Brie Bella botching type bad. Because Charlotte and Becky can do this for like an hour straight and entertain us.
That's a tall glass of water right there. You see what I did there? Yes, Lacey Evans.
Do you like Lacey Evans?
I like a tall glass of
You
water.
like the Southern Belle, do you?
But I do like Lacey Evans, and I agree with the both of you. I mean, Lacey Evans, she's in the ring with Charlotte, she's in the ring with Becky Lynch, cutting promos, and it's it's a lot for her for someone that's new, but she does have the potential to be a champion one day.
She's hanging. Nez, what do you feel about Lacey Evans? Do you share Mr. Swagger's view about Miss Evans?
Mr. Swagger, you hear that, intern?
I think Lacey's gonna do a lot. Lacey's basically shown by what Charlotte and Becky are like the top 2 women wrestlers currently.
Yeah.
In like all of pro wrestling.
Exactly.
And so the fact that she performed at an A+ level for me was insane. Even though she didn't win, which is perfectly fine, Lacey's definitely going to do something big as long as they push her the correct way. Like April said.
I agree.
Put on a great show, though.
Great
That was a really great show.
It's good. Good
She's worthy of being on the main roster.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Bayley cashing in was surprising. It was surprising, but as I was telling you, April, at this point, Charlotte Flair is kind of above the women's title. She doesn't necessarily need it to be over. So the fact that she won it and then lost it, it's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it was a surprise. I look forward to seeing what they'll do with Lacey and Becky going forward.
Now, Teddy, what was your low, though?
My low, I don't really know if there was a technical low.
I would think it would be Bayley winning the title because you necessarily don't like Bayley.
I don't, but it was a solid outing. So I don't really have a technical low. There was no part where I was like, oh, this was just bloody terrible. So like I would legit give Money in the Bank a B. And I rarely give anything that good of a grade. So yeah.
Not even Ricochet losing? That's not even a low?
No, because it was a solid match. Yes, I would have rather not had Finn Balor died on live television, but, you take the good with the bad.
Teddy, you're being too nice today. This is not the Teddy that I know.
I know, I'm high as a kite.
Sonny's not Sonny's not here. He's on vacation.
Yes.
Money in the Bank did not suck.
It didn't suck.
It did not suck.
It did not suck.
It couldn't afford to suck.
No, it really couldn't. I'm actually just really happy that Bayley got the belt. They've been putting in this whole 4 horsewoman thing, and they just been focusing on. It was first Sasha. She was getting it all. Then it was Sasha and Charlotte going up there. Now they made Becky this complete push. She is the man, and out of the 4 horsewomen, where's Bayley at?
Yeah,
she hasn't really been getting these pushes, and I want her to she's starting to slowly turn heel, and we need it because I'm tired of that bitch hugging. I'm over it. She can not like the heel that we're normally with. She could probably pull it off in another sense that make it her own. But I'm happy that they're putting her on the map. That we may get our 4 horsewomen thing since they got to be on the same level.
I can't see Bayley as a heel, but not now. I actually like the little kid thing. Those dogs.
Ponytail princess.
Ponytail prince. I like all that. I like Bayley. I really do.
Oh, goodness.
I wonder.
Kelly.
Damn, April, man. I want to give her a disclaimer for that, but no, I'll chill.
Speaking of R.
Like
Kelly,
that kid shit. She's a grown ass woman. No.
children love her, but I think she's slowly being replaced by the Iconics in children's mind because children love these Iconics.
Really, they do?
Yes, absolutely.
I wonder what Sasha Banks thinks of all of this.
Oh, she works at Foot Locker, so good luck to her.
Sasha Banks works at Foot Locker
does.
since
Taking
when?
Zelina Vegas shifts.
Since when?
Good,
Does
since
Zelina work
she
at
has
Jimmy
nothing else to
Jazz?
do.
Yeah.
I know Sasha Banks
Mama
likes
Jimmy Jazz
sneakers.
thinks it.
I know she likes sneakers, but I didn't know she worked at Foot Locker.
She's good.
She's
down the
picking up
street.
shifts.
Down the streets.
I hope she's
Trying to get that
iconic
discount.
at the job.
Oh, I see what you did there, Katie Swagger. So, ladies and gentlemen, shall we move on to Raw?
Ready for it to rock.
The show started with Universal Champion Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston confronting the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
I love it. The
Really?
Beast with the Money in the Bank briefcase, Paul Heyman talking. Oh, man, that was one part of Raw I did not fast forward.
The most dangerous man in the world has a briefcase that basically says you can pretty much do anything you want for the next year. I don't know how I feel about that. April.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Brock Lesnar fan, but that was a great opening.
Yes.
And I kind of want to see how he's gonna be trolling Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston as he goes along. And hopefully, I don't see him cashing in by SummerSlam, so we do have some time, and I'm ready for the trolling.
I think he's gonna have the Money in the Bank briefcase maybe to like a whole year. They're just gonna wait until the right
Carmella held it
time.
for what, 7 years? So yeah,
Yeah, she had it forever.
forever.
Ever since they introduced the women's Money in the Bank briefcase, there's always been one person that goes long with it and one person that goes really short with it. Bayley obviously went short. She cashed it in, became the SmackDown Women's Champion. So Brock Lesnar's gonna have it for a really, really long time. And he doesn't even have to be there. Paul Heyman could just show up. Paul Heyman could just show up with the briefcase and cut a promo and leave.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. And he's not going to show up until he decides to cash in. Probably a few weeks before that, just to pop in, come in for 30 seconds, get the views, and then when he's ready to cash in, then that's when he's going to come back.
Brock Lesnar is a part-time Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Part-time.
I wonder if he shows up in his bedroom with Sable as little as he shows up on Raw. That's my only question.
I wonder if he went into the bedroom with the briefcase that night.
Oh, shout out to Sable.
He better be full-time in that bedroom if
I
he
would
wants
hope
to keep
so.
Sable.
Be.
She's got two babies by him. I would hope he does show up. Yes.
He's got to cash in every night. Come on.
Oh, shout out to the original diva, Sable.
I like Guadalupe's one-liners today.
You growing on me, Guadalupe. You growing.
Teddy, you've been training him really well, I see.
Thank you. I try. So moving on, Braun Strowman defeated Sami Zayn, or as I like to call it, making a sandwich. Yes. What do you guys think about that segment?
Why do we keep having Braun Strowman chasing these little men? What's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Why don't they like? Why don't he like
Could
them?
it be he can't wrestle?
Well, we already know that, but come on. I'm tired of seeing Braun Strowman in this situation.
Could it be he has bad knees, or could it be he has backstage politics where it's just not good right now, you know?
Then take him off and figure something out to do with him rather than just have him around doing nothing.
Well, they took him off the Money in the Bank briefcase match.
Because he wasn't there last year.
He is this year's version, I would say this generation's version of Kane in some ways, which is actually bad.
Well, at least Kane could go.
Yeah.
Brock can't go. Braun can't go. Brock can go. Shout out to Sable. But no, Braun can't go. Nez, what do you think? Braun Strowman.
He's going to give
I
someone
think
one line.
instead of putting Zayn and Strowman in every match, every Raw, might as well just put Strowman in the Firefly. What is it? The Firefly Playhouse or some shit like that?
Oh, the Firefly Funhouse.
He
Might
was
as
a member
well.
of the Wyatt
He
family.
was. This would make sense because Strowman's not doing shit, so might as well just.
I think they're going to cross paths one of these days,
Oh,
Bray
yeah.
Wyatt and Braun
Hope so.
Strowman. And the Fire Fun House, whatever that. I'm so sorry. I freaking butchered that name. They had actually, Bray Wyatt actually had a really good promo with that as well on Monday, even though he wasn't
my
there
God.
for
He
it.
can talk. He can talk. He's always been able to talk.
No, he
talked
was-
JoJo out of her underwear. Yes.
Got a baby.
Shout out to JoJo.
Oh, what's the opposite of a disclaimer?
Oh, a claimer actually.
I don't know, but
Disclaimer.
I wish I had one of those birthday horns that because that was that was money right there, Teddy. But yeah, no, he didn't cut a promo at all. They just did a little vignette and it was
But it
solid.
was so good. Now we're starting to see that dark side of the Firefly Funhouse, and everyone was bitching and moaning that, oh, my kids are watching it. I love the show. He coming out looking like Twisty the Clown. Oh my God, my kids, my kids. And now his little promo is turning into a Slipknot video with all the little sad children being all demonic and shit. I'm so ready for it.
I think she likes Bray Wyatt, Kevin. I think she has a thing for Bray.
I think so too.
Hebrew has a dark side, I think.
I don't know.
so.
I don't know about all that now. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised Bray Wyatt hasn't injured his back yet for carrying WWE the last month or so.
I see what you did there, Kevin.
Because it's like,
Yes.
well, he's got a lot of things in his hands right now.
His hands are full.
Yeah, his hands are really full. I can see why. And I wish I was in his shoes.
Do you like JoJo, Kevin?
Yeah, I do like
I've
JoJo.
got a feeling you like ladies. That's what I'm beginning to think right now.
Aren't they all ladies? I don't.
Oh goodness. He likes Lacey Evans. He likes JoJo.
Well, I don't like Lacey Evans like I like JoJo. You know what I mean? Lacey Evans, I like her as a competitor. I think she has the potential to be a world champion. I actually like JoJo. I like her, you know?
Do the children still say kick it? Would you kick it to
Yeah,
JoJo?
they
you
still
would
say
kick
it.
to
They still
JoJo.
say it, and I will still kick
She
it to
just had
JoJo.
a baby.
So
There are
what?
some men who have a fetish for pregnant women.
That's so weird.
Yes.
And then
She's
and
like-
then they don't want them anymore after the baby comes out. Like,
No.
She's like, what, 24, 25?
Yes,
No,
she's rather young.
She's,
Katie-
she's gorgeous.
Katie Swag will take 24, 25.
Oh, Lord.
I see. I
She's
see
not
what he
even
did
healed
there.
yet. You already started.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
done with you.
I'm just saying, JoJo before the baby. After the baby, she's married. Well, she's with Bray Wyatt. I respect their relationship, and I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt. So I'll let Bray Wyatt handle
Bray
that.
Wyatt, if you're listening, rest assured. KD is not coming after you. The Lucha House Party
Oh, God.
attacked Lars Sullivan. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Bernie Mac right now is rolling over his grave watching the Lucha House Party.
Oh my
Shout out to
God.
Bernie Mac,
Aw.
the king of comedy.
Kid and Play just slapped themselves in the head after watching Lucha House Party.
It's terrible.
I feel bad
Terrible
for them.
stuff.
I really do.
I really like Kalisto. I think Kalisto has a great opportunity to be someone very, very good for a long time. Not in the level of Rey Mysterio Jr., but you know, he could be really good. He knows how to talk. He's very
They
athletic.
put some great matches, but with the Lucha House Party, like individually, they're great. But when they're together, they have this stupid little gimmick. I'm over it.
But you have to realize, going way back to maybe 2009, the Luchadors have never been taken seriously. I mean, I don't know how Rey Mysterio got over, but Vince has never taken the Luchadors seriously.
Now it's getting really.
They were
racist.
either midgets, or excuse me, little people. I forgive me, all my little people listeners out there. They're either little people or, you know, what was his name? El Torito and Hornswoggle.
El Torito was the man, bro.
They're never taken seriously. So, and what was the other ones? The Mexicools? Like, Vince doesn't take them seriously. So,
Psychosis, remember him?
Psychosis.
That's even
yes.
worse.
Super crazy.
Who remembers Juventud Guerrero?
I do. Yes, the
Oh, I'm
juice.
not that old.
Yes. So,
Shit.
I mean,
Showing your age.
it's not so much the Lucha House Party's fault, but let's move on. Juan Cesaro took on the one and only Ricochet.
Why is he the one and only, though?
I slid from Newark to Philadelphia. That match was so good. Here's why. Many years ago, when Cesaro first arrived, I was like, oh, wow, he's a stud. Then he got with Sheamus, and it's like, I don't know about you two.
Oh, man.
The fact that he is now single again, and then you can put him with Ricochet, you basically had two studs in that ring.
I gotta concur with
Well, you guys can concur to that. I mean, I felt that was a really good match, but I prefer Cesaro in the tag team division.
Oh,
I actually liked them.
Sheamus.
I actually liked them with Sheamus.
Sheamus looks like a jar of mayonnaise. No,
Cesaro is so underrated, and I want to see him in the title run really
he
soon.
was great as a single competitor until he hooked up with Sheamus. He was perfectly fine.
He was a Heyman guy at one time.
Yeah, he was. That's a great point. He was.
legitimately strong. And the fact that he's in there with Ricochet, okay, you have to admit you popped when Ricochet jumped to his shoulders. Do
Oh,
you
of
remember
course.
that?
Yes.
Thank you. That's when I slid right down to Philadelphia.
Oh, we don't have to know all about that.
Yes. I slid. I was on the turnpike, sliding. That's what it
Oh,
was.
oh, Lord.
That's why
Oh,
Ricochet
please.
kept falling. Because he was just
Oh,
sliding.
please. I hope, Teddy. I hope you mop the floor from New York to Philadelphia.
That's what the intern is for.
He jumped to Cesaro's shoulders.
That's Teddy's responsibility. I want to give that to Guadalupe. No way.
Hey, Teddy's job is to slide.
So, first of all, his back was all taped up in the hashtag. I don't know what that was about, but he was all taped up. Thank you, Money in the Bank. But he puts on this performance with Cesaro. It was amazing.
Cesaro makes everyone better, and don't get me wrong, Ricochet's the man.
is.
I actually loved him when he was Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. But Cesaro could put a broomstick over, whether he's wrestling the
shout out to Bailey.
broomstick.
Yes. What? Oh, sorry. I thought you said Bailey. I apologize.
You're lucky I don't love Bailey.
Oh, goodness.
But he could put a broomstick over, whether he's tag teaming with the broomstick or he's wrestling the broomstick. Tyson Kidd's one of his best runs was tag teaming with Cesaro. Cassius
Shout out to
Ohno
Natalia
when he
and
was Chris Hero in Ring of Honor. One of his best runs was with Cesaro. Jack Swagger, and I'm not related to Jack Swagger, but Jack Swagger,
Met him.
one of his best runs was when he was part of a tag team with Cesaro.
Cesaro's he's a stud. I've always said it, but having two studs in the ring, it was almost like I don't know.
Teddy, we all know how you
I mean,
get
that
when
doesn't
there's two
compare to
studs
that
in the
Money
ring.
In the Bank match, because that was just an ocean.
Well, the Money in the Bank
Because-
match was
oh,
a win-win-win-win-win-win-win
I didn't
situation.
care who won, because oh lord.
I mean, even Sami Zayn, who's basically the grenade in that one. You know what a grenade is, right? Do the children still say grenade? Or is that
No,
just in
that's
Jersey?
actually just Jersey Shore fans.
Shout out to Jersey Shore.
jeez.
I'm fist bumping as we speak. Yes.
Holy D.
Even Sami Zayn, who's the grenade, it's like, well,
can
if that's
kinda
the
get
worst
it.
grenade. Yeah, like I mean,
Kinda.
if I have to go through him to get to the rest of them, I'm gonna take that
We're gonna
L.
take the L.
Do the children say L? Help me out here, Swagger.
Yeah, they do say L.
I would take that L. So the Money in the
L.
Bank match was sliding forever.
Teddy, to remind you from episode 67, an L is a loss, and
Thank you.
L is a blunt.
Oh, that's true.
You remember that one?
Shout out to all my weed smokers out there who
I'll take both. It's
basically
cool.
everybody. Yes.
I'll take both with Sammy. That's cool.
Yeah?
So Cesaro and Ricochet, it was
You got me
fun
to Finn?
to
I'm with
watch. Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon are going to fight each other at
Do we have
WWE
to talk about this?
Showdown.
Oh my
Next.
goodness,
No.
that's the
But
event
before
at Saudi Arabia, huh?
Can we? Okay, forget this because this is crap.
Glorified house show.
Oldberg is taking on the Undertaker, also at that show. What do you all think about that?
But it's Goldberg versus the Undertaker.
no,
You mean?
sir. No, sir. They changed their names because they're half dead.
When did they do that?
It's Oldberg versus the Undertaker.
Oh, come on, man. It's the Undertaker versus Goldberg, and the match should have happened 10, 15 years ago.
I agree.
Give
It should
to
have
me
happened
15 years
15
ago,
years
and
ago.
I'll be a happy camper. But right now,
Yeah.
I don't want to see no one die.
It is 15 years too late.
I mean, if that match is 15 minutes long, it's 14 minutes and 59 seconds too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give them 6
Someone's
minutes.
gonna die in that ring.
Yes.
And I think Undertaker got to retire.
Somebody's
You got
neck's
to.
gonna be broken.
Somebody's neck's
Somebody's
gonna be
hips are
broken.
going to be
They're gonna
broken.
Their hips are gonna
They're
be
gonna
in the
collapse together. They're
audience.
just gonna collapse together. It's fine.
Good. I hope they
They're
wrestle
gonna cover
on
each other
sand.
on the floor.
Wasn't that one pay-per-view? I think it was the Undertaker and Triple H, and they had a really brutal fight, and they were laying on the floor for 45 minutes
Yes!
after. I forgot
Yes.
which one that was. We're gonna get a repeat of that.
Yeah.
But Goldberg's in better shape.
It was
so.
when Shawn Michaels was the ref, and all three had to carry
Yes.
each other to the side. Yes. So I don't know
That
why
was
he
that
would
was
play.
that was a
28.
recent WrestleMania,
That
right?
was 28.
28.
Yeah, 28.
They're way past their prime, but you know
Well, let's all hope that Saudi Arabia has some good paramedics for that day.
they do. Unless you're a woman,
I
they
knew
do.
you was gonna say
Oh
that.
no, come on, Teddy.
No,
Shut
no
up.
disclaimer.
That's a low blow, Teddy.
To all my Middle Eastern followers, hello.
Hey, you didn't catch that low blow part.
In any event, let's move the train along, and by train I mean the Usos. Yes. Yes,
No,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
I was thinking you were gonna say the one train.
No. D. Sir. D.
No.
The Usos
No.
and the Revival.
No.
Help me out here, because I was too busy sliding with that match. So you all take this one. Nez, the Usos and the Revival. What do you think?
I don't even know. Can we skip this match?
No! No!
I mean, the
What is
parts I
the
saw
point?
were great, but I feel bad for the Revival. I just feel bad. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, they don't.
I do. Yes, they're buried. They are. I will give you that. They're buried. But Dash Wilder is so nice to look at.
Like, look,
Yeah.
if you're an NXT fan, you're not watching the main roster, and you see this on paper, the Revival versus the Usos, you're just like, oh my god, this is gonna be amazing.
Yep.
And you tune in and you see like back shavings and all this stupid shit and getting burned in the dick and shit like that.
I think that was cool. I like their angle.
I love the back shaving. The Uzi Hot I could have done without.
I
That
mean,
was a lot.
Yes.
I kind of fast forward their match, but I really like their angle. Those two tag teams talking on the mic, it actually makes the angle pretty interesting. I'm actually gonna have to, kind of disagree with you guys about that one.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, we all know why you loved it because of the whole,
Not
Wilder
so much,
being, Wilder and Dawson being shaved in the bag.
Not
We
Dawson,
know,
not so much. Again, grenade.
we
Dawson's
know,
the grenade.
We know why you like
Yes.
that for that specific reason. But we're talking about the angle, Teddy.
Dash
The
Wilder.
actual angle, the match.
The angle I'm looking at is basically
Not the shave, the
missionary.
match.
That's the,
The match.
No. Oh no.
No. Now, see, Teddy. Now you're about to get a disclaimer. Now
Oh,
you're
okay.
getting a little-
I'll stop.
You're a little too
I'll
much.
stop. Okay, let's move on. The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Nicole Cross took on the Tag Team Champions and won Lacey Evans. This was after Alexa's Bliss moment.
Iconic.
Oh, we all have to do it. So Mike is listening. 1, 2, 3.
Iconic.
Yes. Shout out to Mike K, who just splooged his pants. He loves when he hears that.
Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, and I feel bad. He went all the way to Connecticut, and the Iconics weren't there.
That was. How do you cut a match that early?
And they
Oh
were.
my
Remember, I
God.
told you
Yes,
they were
yes,
supposed to
yes,
fight, and they were
uh-huh.
cut, as April just said. They were cut from the match, and he goes all the way to Connecticut, and they weren't there.
Oh, I would have demanded my money back.
I don't recall the last women's match to be cut from a pay-per-view event. It's been a while.
I know that the Bellas were cut from some WrestleMania. I remember that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was the WrestleMania before this whole women's evolution just came out. And Teddy, I'm letting you know now, do not say nothing disrespectful about the Bella twins.
Oh, God. Fine.
Because I will give you a disclaimer.
All right.
Guadalupe,
Say
just to
nothing
let you know, I love the Bella twins.
Gotcha. Just don't bring up Daniel Bryan in any of this.
Daniel, right.
You just
Well, Becky Lynch, no, actually it was Alexa Bliss, was talking to Nikki Cross, and then eventually Becky Lynch came out, and there was a match proposed, and the best part of that was Alexa Bliss brought her coffee to ring because she's like, I'm not doing this, but I'm just gonna sip my coffee here.
She was just there. She's like, I'm just gonna be there, but I ain't fighting.
She did, and she didn't. Becky and Nicole took over, and yeah, it was an entertaining match.
Did she have some like concussions recently, Alexa Bliss?
She has been
a
injured.
lot of medical issues, so they're like limiting her time in the ring, which sucks because I love her in the ring.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it
yeah,
just
it's
sucks.
disappointing.
But, health comes first, and I enjoy Moment of Bliss, so I'm not mad at it.
I think she's been doing a great job on the mic, especially with the Moment of Bliss, that little segment.
You sort of have to. When you're injured, you have to make your money elsewhere or fear being cut altogether. So if
Yep,
you can talk,
agreed.
you better get out there and talk. So she's doing the right thing. She can't wrestle, so she's like, put me on the mic.
That's why it's always good to be multi-talented. You don't want to just bring one skill into the ring.
You've got to be a two-trick pony. Nez, quick question. Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, or Lacey Evans. Who would you like to be locked in an elevator with? You can pick one of them. Who?
Ooh, I like this game.
Who's it gonna be, Nez?
Alexa Bliss.
Really? It was a moment of bliss.
Basic.
Okay, so April, same question. If you absolutely had to, gun to your head, go to the dark side, and by dark side, I mean vagina, who's it gonna be in that one? You gotta pick one. Gun to your head.
I gotta think about that because I love dick too much.
I hear you.
Oh my
I hear
goodness,
you.
man! I thought Teddy was bad.
Gun to your head. Come on.
I'll go with Becky.
Oh, shout out to the man.
I'll go with Becky because she's the man. So
Teddy, what about me? You can ask that question. Come
I
on,
thought
bring
you
it.
would just choose all of them, so I don't know.
I choose none of them. I'm going with Naomi.
Oh, Naomi. Goodness. With her afro puffs at Money in the
I love it. I love it.
what
But
about you? If you had to get to that point,
Bumblebee, she could bumble me all the. Oh my lord, I don't even want to.
Relax, Mr. Swagger, please. A little professionalism.
All right, I'm gonna relax.
If I had to, it would probably be Lacey Evans.
okay.
I do like those bodacious blondes. Shout out to Sable. Yes.
I'm beginning to think you're starting to have a crush on Lacey Evans. Like
I've got a bit of a crush. I had more of a crush when her accent was harder. I like the southern accent.
I have a gut feeling that your crush for Lacey Evans is going to get a lot stronger, as strong as like Charlotte Flair or Finn Balor or even Ricochet. I think it's getting up there.
The Queen, I don't know.
She's not on that level yet. Just because they
Not
look
quite,
alike,
yeah.
that don't mean that you're right there.
It's going to take some years for me to love her as much as I love Charlotte.
Potentially, I think she's going to climb Teddy's ladder.
Potentially, she gonna be up there
Still his
in the ring
briefcase.
and out.
And steal my briefcase.
It's my 2020 prediction right there.
Okay. Help me out here, people. True or false? In 2003, we had the Hardcore Championship, and now we have the exact same championship, but it is no longer hardcore. True or false?
Oh, now my favorite part of the show. Yes, that's true.
It's called the 24/7 title.
Yes.
What do you all think of Mick Foley's announcement, if you will?
The title's ugly.
Do you think?
Put it out there. It's ugly. It's not cute.
I think the title is shitty,
Oh!
but the concept is great.
Okay.
For the fact that this is basically the jobber championship.
Or the local competitor
Or the-
championship.
Oh, the local competitors.
Or the local competitors, whatever you want to call them.
So, yes, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Mick Foley unveiled a new title called the 24/7 Championship, which can be defended just that, 24/7. So those of you who are old enough to remember, we also had a Hardcore Championship won by one Mick Foley with the exact same stipulation.
And it could be defended anywhere, any place, on any brand. It could even be defended at a Yep, I Like Wrestling viewing party.
Oh, I would love that, yes. But, like Nez said, the only people who came out to get it were, I don't even want to say mid-card. Yeah. It's like-
The guys who hang out in the locker room and get excited when it's their time to be on the mic.
So the first winner was one Titus O'Neil, and I think, is this his first championship ever?
No, it's not. He won the tag titles with Darren Young at one point.
I forgot all about that.
Once upon a time.
Yes, many years
Actually,
ago.
that's the New Day defeated them. That's where their
where it
run started. Yep.
So Titus got it first, and who was the second one?
It was no other than
Robert Roode. That's right, Robert Roode got it, and then R-Truth got it. So we had 3 championships in one night.
The title doesn't make the man makes the title, and R-Truth is the man.
Oh, God. Well, that's going to change when we get to SmackDown, but let's hold on to that. Drew McIntyre defeated The Miz. That match for me was underwhelming. What do you all say?
Yeah, I gotta say that. They're just, I don't know, I see them burying the Miz little by little, especially with this whole stupid Shane McMahon thing. And Drew needs to hurry up and get a push. And actually stay there, not push him and then bring him back down like they've been doing with him since last year.
I thought Drew McIntyre was going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I thought that was going to be his push.
You people did want that.
I was rooting for him.
I think the Miz is fine. He's going to talk his way out of any drought that he's in. So I'm not. Me personally, I'm not concerned about the Miz at all.
But here's the thing about the Miz. Him as a face doesn't really create a lot of tension towards him.
True.
When he's a heel and he's on the mic, it's like the greatest shit ever. Everybody wants to listen to what he's saying.
I totally agree with that. And if his drought as a face gets long enough, you can always turn him back to a heel, and you're good to go from there.
Just say he is a heel playing a baby face.
Yeah, but he's been a heel so long. It's like, hey, let him have a face run, and after a while, you just make him into a back into a heel, and that's it.
I like this face on him. Like he's just angry. Beating Shane everywhere he goes and stuff. I like this. It's different.
Shane is a natural antagonist. You just want to punch Shane McMahon in the mouth at all times.
And that means he is doing his job.
Exactly.
So easy.
As a heel, you gotta antagonize the crowd.
Being a McMahon, you have to do that shit.
Yeah.
You want to square every single one of them in the face.
Yeah, line them up.
I mean, I don't want to punch Stephanie in the face. I'd rather
She'll
just
probably fuck you up.
I'll put
That's a big woman.
I'll put something else on her face.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna.
You gotta go home.
You are staring down the barrel of a disclaimer. I'm sorry. And if the general manager gives you a disclaimer, you know you've gone too far. Of all things. But okay, that's your final warning, sir. But you want to know something weird? So,
That struck a
Roman
chord.
Reigns has had to battle every member of the McMahon family. Think about it. He took on Triple H at WrestleMania. He punched Vince McMahon in the face. He's now battling with Shane McMahon. And even one time, he accidentally speared Stephanie McMahon. Do you remember that?
I remember that, but what about?
There's actually a meme of them lying side by side. And I think the meme says, when you and your girl fuck so hard and you're just lying there dying.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So at WrestleMania, he even speared Stephanie. So basically, he's taken out every member of the McMahons.
What about Linda McMahon?
Oh, that's true.
I thought she died.
Linda, you're waiting.
Did she not die?
No, she's alive.
Oh,
She's just chilling.
she's buried.
She works in the Trump administration.
Oh, maybe. Hopefully, Roman Reigns is the one that takes her out of the Trump administration.
Goodness!
Just gonna randomly see Superman.
There it goes.
She's in charge of small businesses in America. So if you see Roman coming, Linda, duck.
Oh wow, that's
People.
So the final match was Seth Rollins and Kofi versus Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin. Oh, where is Leo Rush?
Leo Rush is
YouTube.
missed.
Oh, goodness.
Because they don't want him in the locker room.
Oh, God. Poor Leo Rush. He's not allowed on WWE TV, but he is still allowed on Grindr. So what did you all think of that main event? What do you think?
It was all right.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was
I'm
lackluster.
tired of seeing Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin. I'm tired of it.
I turned off my TV.
Did you watch Paradise Hotel? Is that what you turned to?
Yeah, I had to watch that instead. I couldn't deal with this.
Oh wow.
I do love when I'm not paying attention to the main event and then it ends without me knowing it. All of a sudden I hear Todd Chrisley. I'm like, oh shit, I should have paid attention to that last part. Shout out to the Chrisley family. Your father's a flaming homosexual. Shall we move on to SmackDown? Yes?
Please, let's
Yes.
do it. Let's do it.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn crashed Big E's welcome back. Big E is back
Yes, thank goodness.
in one piece.
I
a
missed that
large
announcement.
piece.
I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie.
Oh,
I missed it.
yes. Oh, you like that, do you? Yes.
Yeah.
You starting to like Biggie, ain't you?
I've always liked Big E. I just missed that announcement because it just fits well. It's like it's not the New Day without Big E, and then it's like it wouldn't be the New Day without Xavier.
I totally
all
agree with
together.
April. They all need each other.
I agree.
And they make it work, and they're fun.
Yeah, they are.
I think what was fun about this is when they revealed him, it was like a random.
It was a regular.
Who are you?
Yes.
And then that's when you see Biggie come out. It was a good way. That's a New Day-ish thing to do for him to return, which is cool.
Again, I was watching SmackDown without my glasses, so when the blanket came off, my first reaction was, yo, he lost bad weight. And then I looked. Then I had to look closer, like, wait a minute, that was not Big E. But yeah, so yeah, it was a very New Day type thing. Now, here's my thing. Big E tells Xavier, come here, let me smell you. And he smelled Xavier's hair. Then he turns to Kofi and says, let me smell you again. And then he smells Kofi. It was very interesting that they can do things like that without the crowd completely turning on them. Because that was more of like a gold dust thing, you know, sniffing, your partner. But
they're so over, and everyone loves them.
Yeah, they do.
So you know what?
And they're cash cows. They make money merchandise-wise. They bring a lot of money into Vince McMahon's pocket. That's for sure. That's probably
Including
why
the
they don't
YouTube
need to break
channel,
up.
Up, up, down, down.
Oh,
including
I love
that.
that channel.
Oh, yeah.
Xavier is a gamer. Gamer.
I would have never thought Xavier Woods would be this over. When he was by himself in the WWE, or even when he was Consequence Creed in TNA, I never ever thought he'll be this over
When
at
he first
all.
got here, it was unforgettable.
He was just there.
Quite forgettable.
He was just there with Paige.
Oh, shout out
Oh,
to Brad
Lord.
Maddox.
Guadalupe. Oh, come on.
The best piece of editing ever. Thank you, Brad Maddox. Okay, so Ali took on-
Teddy has that VHS.
I do. It is on constant loop in my house. It is. Poor
Fun
Paige.
tape. It's a fun tape.
Yes. Poor Paige. Poor Paige. In any event, Ali took on Andrade.
Oh, such a good match.
Do you remember when both these men had first names? Not anymore.
I was about to say that.
Not
yeah.
anymore. Just last names. It's like Cher. Just one name from now on. Ali and Andrade. Last names.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about any of these guys. I mean, they are talented. I'm just glad they didn't win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
I
was
love
going
them
for
both.
Andrade, too.
I have to disagree with you, Mr. Swagger. Ali is a talent.
No, he is
His
talented.
little,
It's just
good.
his little EDM Sub-Zero gimmick. I
Aladdin
love those
Sub-Zero.
lights.
he's good where he's at, but I don't see him going any more above. But then
And
again, you never
Andrade,
know.
or as I like to call him, Mr. Charlotte Flair, I think he is a talent as well.
I'm surprised Charlotte and Andrade are together, but Charlotte's been really, really happy.
Oh, she's very
Let
happy.
her live.
She's very
That's what happens, man.
Working
Charlotte,
on getting his papers.
Charlotte and J-Lo, they're bringing Spanish men back and giving them good reputations.
back in style. Finally,
Yes.
shout out to Menudo. Yes.
Charlotte, please save us. Save us.
Yeah, please save us. Me.
He got her
specifically.
eating pizza. I saw that on his Instagram. I was like, Charlotte eats fast food? I was confused.
Yeah.
And that's how great their bond is. I was so confused as shit. I was like, and she was happy and no makeup.
so
They're
I'm
all
like,
on
yeah,
each
yeah.
other's
What the-
Instagrams
So
and their
loving it.
stories. It's like, oh my God, this is real.
Yeah, it is.
So
I'm
happy.
surprised she's that happy, but I'm glad she's happy. You know, it's good to see people like
she
that.
deserves
She likes a bit of a swirly man. She's been married twice, and her first husband was biracial, and her second one was so she likes a swirly guy. She's not for the white boy. So all my white listeners, you'll never get Charlotte Flair. So yeah, she likes her man with a little bit of pigment, if you will. So yeah, she likes.
Eddie,
She
you might
likes
have a
it.
chance.
I might have a chance. Oh, could you imagine Ric Flair's face if I was brought home to the Flair family picnic?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I see a chop in my future if I ever get with Charlotte. But yeah, she likes her man a little swirly. So congratulations to Charlotte, as long as you're happy, because her first two marriages were actually very bad. If you haven't read her book, check it out.
But she's so young, too.
Yes. And
She's-
when I say
she's a
bad,
good
I'm
woman.
talking she was beaten by her husband.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were bad marriages, absolutely. Yeah.
Didn't she go out with some wrestler from TNA Impact
Yes.
Wrestling? I think it was Gunner,
Yeah.
who is now part of WWE now.
yeah, on NXT.
It's NXT.
Yeah.
She's had a rough go of it. So if she is legitimately happy, then I am legitimately happy.
Live your
for
life,
her.
girl.
Absolutely.
Well, you know one person I'm happy
Can't do
with.
any worse than Andrade.
One person I'm happy with.
Cute.
He's gorgeous.
Oh, guys, knock it off now. Let me
Gorgeous.
tell you
I don't
guys who
wanna
I'm
hear him
happy
speak
with.
Like most men. What's that thing?
I'm happy with Zelina Vega.
Could you be more generic? I
That's-
mean, you can find a Zelina Vega on any corner of the Bronx.
And Brooklyn.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Some parts of Queens.
Washington is
Washington Heights.
Washington Heights, yes.
Yonkers. Let's not forget
She's
Yonkers.
so generic. There's nothing spicy about her.
Nah, that's a great night. Child support later on. F it. I'll send the check.
Catch a case. Catch a case.
Goodness.
How she got with Aleister Black, I do not know.
I don't know.
But
Talk
they're
about
really cute
mismatch.
together.
I hope that relationship doesn't go the wrong way.
He be summoning
Oh no, they're
demons at night.
another couple that are
He
really
be
happy
summoning
together.
demons at night.
I hope the wood plank
She
works.
likes that shit.
Oh,
She actually really likes that shit. So
I don't blame
all
her.
right.
She likes some light skin, so I got a chance.
You do.
Teddy, imagine a double date. You, Charlotte, me, and Zelina
Oh
Vega.
my goodness, who's paying? I hope the Charlotte pays.
We'll have
Well,
some.
Zelina can't.
Zelina can't pay, so I hope Charlotte pays.
You know who's gonna pay?
Who's gonna pay?
Sonny's gonna pay.
Oh,
'Cause if, we-
Hey.
I don't feel us going very far. If Sonny's paying,
if we're on a double date with those ladies, we're building our connections and our networks, and also, most importantly, our sources. So Sonny's gonna pay.
I forgot about your sources, Mr. Swagger.
Oh, Lord.
The sources, yes. So moving on, Carmella and Mandy Rose. Speaking of sources, the sources of my headaches. Those two. Yes.
Teddy, you got to say it like this. Mandy.
Oh, God. It's so porny every time. Mandy.
so
Bow,
annoying.
bow. Yeah.
I'll take Mandy
Let me put on my surprise face.
over Selena Vega.
I
That's
don't
it.
blame you. I would take syphilis over the both of them. Nez, who would you rather, Mandy Rose or Selena Vega?
Mandy Rose, she's
Really?
a goddess.
Oh,
She's
yes.
definitely got something on her.
God was showing off.
She got
on
something.
Date Her.
I'm sure she's got something. Quite a few
Where?
things. She's got something, all right.
No.
She might be as hot as Trish Stratus in her prime.
Never.
Now you can go home.
That's your
Mike.
second warning of a disclaimer. Don't get to three.
Oh, come on.
Mandy Rose is that person that if you see her from far away, you think she's cute, and then when she gets up there, it's like, what's
She's a Monet. That's a Monet.
Keyword is might. I said might. Might.
She's not even close. Trish was the body back in her day.
Guadalupe, he agrees with me. I like him
He
more
doesn't know
now.
what he's talking about.
That's just
Please.
basic bitches. That's what it is.
I'm liking you more and more now, Guadalupe. I don't need to see your resume.
Oh, goodness.
basic.
Thank
Well, in
God.
any event, Carmella
Fuck
took
it.
on Mandy Rose, and it was interrupted by R-Truth in drag at ringside, being chased for his 24/7 championship.
Carmella's a good
R-Truth.
friend. I just want to put that out there. She's a good friend. But she always works on, she be doing that. She wants something. So, but for a filler match, it was actually not bad with Mandy and Carmella. I enjoyed what I saw the first 30 seconds.
Here's my thing. Personally, no jokes, I have a problem with black men in drag. It's always been a source of, just because I'm a gay man, people always assume that I do drag. So it bothers me when I see black men in drag. It always has. It's a thing with me.
So Teddy, it bothered you when Dennis Rodman did it?
It bothers me when Dennis Rodman did it. It bothers me when I watch Drag Race, when I see black men do it. Martin Lawrence did it. Tyler Perry does it. And it's always like, why is that funny? Because when men put on, like, remember when Tyler Breeze did his whole Nikki Bella thing where he was
Yeah.
dressing like Nikki? No one found that funny. It was stupid. But for some reason, when R-Truth did it, everyone was laughing. So it's like, why is it funny when a black man puts on a dress? There was nothing else funny we could have done with that? Like,
I actually liked it. I mean, R-Truth to me is a future WWE Hall of Famer. This guy is money.
it just bothered me. It's like, why is that funny?
I didn't enjoy the fact that, he was in drag and it's supposed to be a comedy thing, but I enjoyed it for how he is. He is a person in that company. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's having fun. So he does these stupid little things where it's like, you know what? It's R-Truth.
And
It's fine.
the thing with R-Truth is he's like 50 years old.
Is exactly.
And he's moving like as if he was 25.
And he was carrying Carmella on his back running through the crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been carrying Carmella on his back, literally and figuratively.
I see what you did there.
Poor Corey.
Oh, shout out to Corey Graves.
Corey better watch it.
Corey, I hope you're not listening.
He'll be all right.
Graves. Answer your DM, sir. In any event, Kofi Kingston defeated Sami Zayn, and guess who back? Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
Show of hands, who remembered him working here? I don't. I thought he was gone.
Ziggle wiggle.
Yeah.
My hand and Guadalupe's hand is up.
I remember. I don't know where he been.
It's been so long.
Yeah. Well, the match was all right. But Dolph Ziggler, that was just rude.
Dolph-
What Kofi do to you?
Decimated Kofi Kingston.
But first of all, where you come from? Where you been? And what did Kofi do to you?
He came from a comedy tour.
Oh well.
But I'm talking about if I'm watching the show, like this was just so random. But I guess
I'll tell you, he came from parts unknown.
Ooh, wow.
Same place we
I
are
have
right
a
now.
question. Where the hell was the New Day? Because the beating of Kofi Kingston went on for quite a bit of time, and no Big E or Xavier in sight.
Well,
Big E
Biggie,
did get injured backstage by Sammy.
So pick up a chair, like you just.
and then Xavier Woods told Big E, and he told Kofi Kingston like, yo, go out there.
Yeah, but your
Take
tag
care what
team
you gotta
partner's
take care
being
of.
killed out there. You think they would have come out to help? That beating went on for quite a bit of time.
But it's wrestling. So
Yeah, and whenever Xavier comes out, I guess his ass beat anyway, so I guess he saved it for himself.
Yeah.
Tito, poor Kofi though.
What is your view of Dolph Ziggler, Nez?
I'm glad that he's back.
Really?
I kind of missed him a little bit.
What?
I agree with Mr. Guadalupe again.
Because the thing about Ziggler is you can put him in a match and it'll be great. Like when he was paired with McIntyre, I didn't mind it because, Ziggler and McIntyre are both great in the ring. It was cool with me.
Dolph is money, especially when he's a heel.
He is money. I could
I
just
enjoyed
imagine
Dolph
him coming.
Ziggler. I enjoyed him.
I can imagine him coming from his comedy tour like, that's all, folks, and they come and beat off Kofi.
He's gonna be the one that takes down Mandy Rose, I think.
Oh,
No.
as if he hasn't suffered enough.
He has a long laundry list.
I
bet
it is. So moving along, Becky Lynch and Bayley defeated Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans. It was so good to see them on the same side.
Oh man,
This was the match of the night.
Yes.
I gotta say it. This was the match of the night. The chemistry in that ring was so good, and I loved every single part of it.
Absolutely.
oh man. I mean, it was, to me, that match was sort of like fast forward worthy. I don't know. It's just me. To me, it was just a bit.
What are you talking about? Having Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans together, even though they don't like each other, they worked really well as a tag team, and they're still talking shit to each other while Becky just coming in.
I
love it.
said a bit, just a little teeny tiny bit.
And I don't know. And I gotta say, Becky pulled a lot of moves that we haven't seen in a while, and she's showing us little by little why she's still the man. And I love this match.
One of those moves is her going out with Steph Rollins. I was like,
I
out of nowhere.
support all of that. I just want to say it.
That's a little
I
curb
love it.
stomp right there.
That's a little curb stop. See what you did there, Nez, Mr. Guadalupe.
I support their whole thing.
She did pull out some new moves, and I like the chemistry with Charlotte Flair. I love Lacey Evans. Bayley, I would have to tolerate, but I thought the match was solid. I mean, there was no real, although my question was, where the hell were the Iconics? We have women out here fighting. No tag team champions anywhere to be seen. I don't know. They're like, I don't know where
They were probably out finding Mike Hay.
No.
I just
Oh,
want it.
what? Oh man,
He
that
loves
kid will die.
the
He
Iconics.
actually got a message from
Peyton.
An actual she literally said his name and gave him a personalized message for his support. You know, he was just been on cloud nine. ever since.
You know what? It's stuff like that that gets the wrestlers over with their fans if they do stuff like that. It goes a long way, man. There's some wrestlers that wouldn't do anything like that.
Mandy Rose, can you slide in my DMs, please?
I just bet. That's
Yo,
gross. That's
so
gross.
basic. Yo, we need another intern. I don't know what this is.
Nah,
It's like I took a picture in Ricochet's shirt and then he reposted it, and I was so happy for like a week.
has Ricochet ever replied back to you, Teddy?
Outside of that, no.
Oh Lord.
Outside of that, reposting, no. But it's fine. I'm nothing if not patient.
Zelina Vega liked my highlight in one of my pictures, so
Oh really?
it's that highlight. So
Naomi has responded to me. Naomi's responded to me. Jack Swagger has responded to me. Yeah, some of the wrestlers have responded.
Naomi has responded back to the Yep I Like Wrestling account on Instagram. For those who don't know, it's at YEPILW.
There you go. Nice.
She's actually liked a couple of the posters on there, and that's about it. I actually have a picture with Naomi. She's a sweet person.
Naomi, she's gorgeous.
really
You know who
is.
else I'm very good friends with? One, Noelle Foley. The princess of
Yes.
hardcore. Oh, yeah. She and I, she always...
She is a friend of Yep I Like Wrestling, and she is a huge fan of the greatest general manager in Yep I Like Wrestling history, Teddy.
She needs to come to one of our viewing parties.
She's actually hosted one of our
She
viewing
has
parties.
already.
Gotta come back.
Yes. She has to come back. She,
Her coming back, it's
she
a possibility.
co-hosted an episode of Yep on the Street with me.
Speaking of that, when are you bringing that back?
Are you?
Yes.
Do you miss
Well,
Yep
I
on the
missed it.
Street?
I missed it a
Oh,
lot.
Yep on the Street.
We
Good
have
stuff.
some episodes that we're gonna release one of these days.
It's summertime. The weather's getting better. Perhaps I will venture back out into the public and talk to my
we have like 5 episodes to distribute before all that. Hopefully,
Goodness. Got a lot in the tank. So, ending out Raw, Roman Reigns defeated one
who?
Elias.
Elias?
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Walk with Elias.
Never. I've never walked with him.
Who in here is walking with Elias?
I was skipping with him, but now
You've got
it's not
one here
down.
and a skip.
This guy is great with the promos.
He looks good. He wears a great pair of jeans, but unlike Braun Strowman, I don't think he can wrestle. I think they're hiding the fact that he's limited.
I mean, you don't have to have him
He
wrestle.
has
That's how
his
good he.
moments in the
Oh, I'm
ring.
sorry. I thought this was a wrestling company. What do you mean he doesn't have to wrestle?
Doesn't have to wrestle. He could just talk his way through. For now.
No, that may be good for Alexa Bliss, but not good for Elias.
He's not horrible in the ring. I mean, he's decent.
He's
I like his
limited.
kimonos.
All he needs is that guitar and hit it across the head with
Shout out
hit
to
someone
Jeff
across the
Jarrett.
head.
Who's the one that buried his career? Because there was one point
Sure.
where Elias was actually coming up, and he done brought him down.
Then the Undertaker buried him further.
Yeah.
I actually like this angle with Elias and Roman Reigns.
I just wish Shane McMahon weren't a part of it. Shane does not need to be on both shows.
No,
Either
he
bother The
doesn't.
Miz or bother Roman. Don't bother the both of them.
To a degree, I think I'm okay with Shane being on both shows. It's needed.
I don't like Roman and all this.
Yeah,
Fuck Roman Reigns.
we know that. We know that.
What did he
Fuck
do to you?
Roman
Why are you
Reigns.
What did Roman do to you?
Why do you hate Roman?
We just don't have this.
That's the first
I don't
question.
feel it. Fuck the Usos. Fuck on.
Oh, no, not now. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ooh, you are
whoa,
lucky.
whoa,
The disclaimer is right on the tip of my tongue.
Say something bad about Naomi.
Shout out to
You're
Ricochet.
done.
Yes.
You're done before Sonny takes that
That's
plane.
your final warning. That's all three of your warnings right there, sir. Like, the Usos and Roman, you don't get much better than that.
Exactly. What's wrong with you?
Guadalupe, you went too far with the Usos, man.
You're on one.
Can I bring him back to Reigns? Can I bring him back to Reigns?
You were on a roll. You were on a roll until you said
No, you don't
the
want
F
the
word
whole
and the
family in
Usos.
there.
Cut that
Rude.
part. Cut that part.
No.
We ain't gonna talk about the Usos. Just Roman Reigns. Fuck Roman Reigns.
Terrible. So that was SmackDown.
First of all, why was Dolph Ziggler crying?
He was trying to explain why he murdered someone on TV. It was sort of like, no, sir. We watched you do it. Don't try to mansplain your way out of it now. Yes.
But he made it seem so entitled why Kofi got all this attention, why he got all of this, and why wasn't it him? Sir, you've had the belt
Was he not
how
champion?
many times?
Yeah, but doesn't mean you were champion before. Doesn't mean you don't want that title again.
Like I said,
but
he came
you-
out of nowhere. He crying, why is it not me?
But it
Sir,
was
no.
him. Like, you did it. Why are you going after Kofi now? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. What Kofi do to you? Why you mad?
Coffee's got that WWE title. Your target, man. Your target.
Can't we find a better person than Dolph Ziggler? I forgot all about
I
him.
think Dolph is great. I mean, Coffee's.
I
I think Dolph. Yeah, Dolph is great.
Been there in a minute, and now he's already wanted me in the title run. No, sweetie. No.
I
Back
mean,
of
he
the
wa-
line, sweetie. Back
He
of the
was
line.
he was one of the last ones in the Royal Rumble
He
That's
was.
to
to get eliminated.
And then he
That's
disappeared.
Dolph as a heel is a main eventer.
I don't know. I don't feel it for Dolph Ziggler. I didn't.
And like I said,
with
I
his
mean,
top ramen hair, I don't.
that's your thoughts, Teddy. I mean, Dolph Ziggler to me is a main eventer. Kofi Kingston's the WWE champion. He has a target on his back, not as big as a target as R-Truth, who's being chased right now as we are podcasting.
24/7.
Yep, 24/7.
If we combined Raw and SmackDown, going around the table, what would you give it? How was your week in wrestling? Was it disappointing? Was it good? Was it like sex with my ex-boyfriend?
Well, I don't know
Psychotic?
about that. We don't know anything about that. But
Neither does my ex-boyfriend.
all I have to say is,
Terrible.
and that's your
He
business,
was
Teddy,
hung
not
like
ours.
a light switch. That's how small his penis was.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to the FBI.
The views. See, I almost gave you.
Almost.
I almost
Okay,
gave you
okay.
one. All
I'll
right,
dial it back. I'll take it back.
I saw your face, Teddy. You got
it back.
shook.
But you can't disclaim the truth. Like my ex-boyfriend, who's crazy and listening to it, he knows he's
If
hung
the-
like a hamster. He knows
He'll be
it.
aight.
He'll
He'll
be
be aight.
fine.
If the truth goes far, I will disclaim you.
Okay, fine. How was your week in wrestling, Nez? Give it a grade, sir. Money in the Bank, Raw, SmackDown.
I'll give it a B plus.
Very generous of you, sir. April, how was your week in wrestling?
To combine all three, I gotta say like B. Like between a B minus and a B. Wasn't mad at it.
I'm
swag.
with the greatest month of the calendar, April, and I say it's B.
Oh, well, look at all of us being generous. I'm going to give it a B as well. Money in the Bank was not disappointing. Raw, SmackDown, So altogether, I give it a B as well. I mean, it wasn't the worst piece of television that I've watched.
But it is a come up from WrestleMania where we had shitty Raw.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still recovering from WrestleMania.
Damn, I'm at like
still
20%. We discussed this before.
I'm still on antibiotics. WrestleMania took a lot out
Oh,
of me.
I was literally, I was on antibiotics right after WrestleMania because I got really sick because of the rain the night of WrestleMania. So I'm glad you brought that up, Teddy. And I personally think that Brock Lesnar and the 24/7 title is what put this week of WWE over.
We'll see. It'll definitely give people who aren't doing much something to do. It'll put them on TV, that 24/7 title. But we shall see.
How
Hopefully-
long do you think that we'll start seeing people from other brands going for the 24/7 title? Because now we just got the jobbers in the locker room.
Give it about, I don't know, 3 to 6 months.
No, sooner than that. I figure it will have to be done at a pay-per-view because that's the only
Yeah.
time other brands will be in the same building. So I figure NXT TakeOver that week, we'll start seeing people showing up, in backstages, and that's what
Yeah.
we'll do.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how NXT UK is going to figure into it. I mean, Rhea Ripley is ugly, but I don't think her ugliness can
Come on,
transgress
man.
Rude.
the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, I'm glad you brought up.
Super cute.
I'm glad you brought up Rhea Ripley because of the fact that I think a female will win this title one day.
Well, yeah, there was there were actually 2 females who were hardcore champions, so I'm sure there will be.
What females were the two?
Molly Holly and one Terry Reynolds were both hardcore champions.
Oh, Terry Reynolds, I miss her.
Shout out to Terry Reynolds, the horny she-devil.
And you actually met her before.
I did.
Lucky
she flirted
bastard.
With me. She could have got it. Do the children still say got it?
Yeah, they say still
She
got
could've
it.
Got it. If you're listening, Terry, well, you're not going to get it. But thank you for listening, Terry Reynolds. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support.
I want to see a woman get this title simply because that they have been burying the women's evolution. Because honestly, like lately, they haven't been having like what they do with the tag team championships. They gave it to the Iconics. They're not doing anything with it, and they're not. I don't see them getting as big a push as they were when having that whole commotion with Evolution and the whole movement and everything. So I don't know.
I see that, but hey, listen, this 24/7 title, no one's gonna be talking bad about it anytime. And give it a couple of weeks, give it a couple of months. No one's gonna really talk about bad about this title because of the fact that there's so many things you could do with this title. So many things.
Hopefully they don't botch it. And my only concern is if a woman gets it, that woman may be Shayna Baszler. Because I don't see anyone being able to defeat Shayna Baszler.
Unless Nia Jax comes back.
Oh, unless Brock Lesnar cashes in. Maybe if he cashes in on Shayna Baszler as the only person I can see defeating that one.
He just throws her off the ring like, give me that shit.
Imagine if Brock Lesnar cashes in on the 24/7 title.
Oh,
God.
Wow.
Imagine
That would
that.
actually be hilarious.
Oh my God. Talk about the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, imagine that. I mean, hey, anything can happen in wrestling.
It's true, especially
You
nowadays.
wouldn't even have to cash in. You could just find whoever's champ and pin him.
Yeah, exactly.
with the
So we'll have
briefcase.
to-
I was just joking with
It's a
that.
briefcase.
But this is the thing. This is the conversation that we're having. Is just you never know what they're going to do with that title. I mean, you can predict what's going to happen with the other titles, but that 24/7 title, who knows? R-Truth might not even be the champion. They probably announced it on social media that Matt Hardy won the title while we were doing this podcast.
Shout out to Matt Hardy. Shout out to Reby Hardy too.
That's the
Shout out to
beautiful
all the
thing.
Hardys.
That's the
Yes.
beautiful thing about that title. You just never know. It's the social media title. That's what I call
We
it.
saw Matt Hardy and that little crew just run for it. I mean, you got to do something anyway.
And what the hell is up with Drake Maverick? Oh, Jesus.
Yo, first of all,
Rockstar
Hey,
Spud.
Someone from 205 Live had to be there to make it interesting.
That green light.
where's AOP at though?
One of them is hurt, but one of them
He's
is
been
coming
hurt
back.
for like 5 months though.
Yeah, but he's coming back soon.
Someone
According to my
posted
sources.
in the Yep page, where should the AOP land?
They're gonna land on Raw.
And my answer was my face.
Hey.
This is a great time to go home. Kevin, take us home.
Well, now this show is officially over after that statement.
Take us home, Kevin.
Mad or not?
Thank you all for joining us for the Yep I Like Wrestling episode 83. My name is Kervin, aka KD Swagger, the co-founder of Yep I Like Wrestling, and I was joined by
The greatest general manager in Yep I Like Wrestling history, a.k.a. Destiny.
Oh, now you're doing AKAs?
Yes, I'm still Destiny. I'm Ricochet's Destiny.
And I was also joined by
The Brooklyn Wolf of Makeup. This is April. You heard.
and last but not least, I was also joined by
The incredible intern.
the incredible intern. I thought you were the chosen intern.
Meanwhile, there's no
Basic
water
ass intern.
anyway.
That's
What
fucking
the
shit.
shit?
You went from intern, chosen intern to the incredible intern. Look at that.
Name
Basic
change
as
every week. Name change. Shout out to Vince.
What?
He's so basic. Oh my god, he's so basic.
He's the intern experience from now on.
The intern experience. I like that. And speaking of experiences, this was a great experience. And make sure you guys find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Yep, I Like Wrestling across all social media platforms or at YEPILW. Make sure you guys look up Unpopular Review with April, Chris Harris, Stefan, Patrick, and many others. Definitely find us on all of our social media platforms. April, anything more about Unpopular Reviews? What the guys got going on?
Make sure you guys tune in Monday after Raw, Tuesday after SmackDown, Wednesday after NXT. Make sure you follow us on what we on? Make sure you follow us on Instagram at UPR for some upcoming events, episodes, and we have some surprises in the mix. So make sure you give us a follow.
And on that note, we're out.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck Marines.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, Lord.
So for those of you who don't know... Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, sorry. We're recording right now.
Sorry. Yes, let's walk slower because that helps that outfit. Yes.
We are being interrupted. I'm sorry.
Jesus, by a bumblebee. No.
Bumblebee, not Naomi.
Oh, shout out to Naomi. Where was I? Oh, yes. Mandy Rose is ugly. But that wasn't where I was.
We weren't out there.
Oh, Becky Lynch. Yes.